Hey everyone. In today's video, we're testing out a powerful trading strategy that combines TEMA, ADX, and another momentum indicator. We'll walk through the full process, from explaining the strategy to optimizing it with Freqtrade, and finally running backtests to see how it performs. Before we explain the strategy, let's first break down the key indicators we'll be using. 1. TEMA. The TEMA, short for Triple Exponential Moving Average, is a smoothing indicator designed to reduce lag compared to traditional moving averages, like the EMA or SMA. It does this by combining a single, double, and triple EMA into one line, giving us a clearer and more responsive view of the trend. We'll use 3 different TEMA periods to identify trend strength and direction. 8 TEMA captures short-term price movement. 13 TEMA reflects medium-term trend. 21 TEMA represents the longer-term direction. When the 8th TEMA is above the 13th TEMA and the 13th TEMA is above the 21st TEMA, we consider this a strong bullish trend, a sign that momentum is accelerating upward. On the flip side, when the 8th TEMA is below the 13th TEMA and the 13th TEMA is below the 21 TEMA, this signals a strong bearish trend indicating downward momentum. 2 ADX. The ADX, or Average Directional Index, is a trend strength indicator developed by Wells Wilder. It measures how strong a trend is, regardless of whether it's going up or down. The ADX value ranges from 0 to 100. Below 20 usually indicates a weak or sideways market. Above 25 or 30 suggests a strong trend is present. In this strategy, we'll use the ADX to filter out low-conviction trades. We only want to enter a trade when the trend is strong, so we'll look for ADX values above a certain threshold to confirm that the market has enough momentum to support a move. 3. CMO. The CMO, or Chande Momentum Oscillator, is a momentum indicator developed by Chande. It measures the strength and direction of momentum on a scale from plus 100 to minus 100, making it more sensitive and symmetrical compared to RSI. Positive values indicate bullish momentum. Negative values indicate bearish momentum. In our strategy, the CMO is used as a momentum filter for entries. We only enter long positions when the CMO is above 0, confirming that upward momentum is in our favor. We only enter short positions when the CMO is below 0, indicating bearish momentum is present. Now that we understand how each indicator works, let's walk through how we apply them to identify trade opportunities. To enter a long position, we wait for all of the following conditions to be met. 8 TEMA crosses above the 21 TEMA. This signals that short-term momentum is shifting upward and may be starting a new trend. 13. TEMA also crosses above the 21 TEMA. This adds confirmation from the medium-term trend, reinforcing the bullish direction. At this point, the TEMA lines are aligned in a clear bullish sequence. Next, we add 2 filters to ensure strength and momentum are on our side. ADX is above 35. This tells us the trend is strong and has conviction. CMO is above 0. This confirms that bullish momentum is present and supports a long entry. Once all 4 conditions are met, we enter the long trade on the next candle. This approach ensures we're not relying on just one signal, but instead making decisions based on a confluence of technical factors. No strategy is complete without proper risk controls. Here's how we manage risk in this setup. Place the stop loss just below the low of the signal candle. To give the trade some breathing room, subtract 2.5 times the average true range, ATR, from the closing price of the signal candle. This adjustment helps account for normal price volatility while still keeping your risk in check. Take profit. Use a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio. That means the distance from your entry to take profit should be twice the distance between your entry and stop loss. When the price closes above our take profit level, we close the trade and lock in profits. To go short, we wait for 4 things. First, the 8 TEMA crosses below the 21 TEMA. Then, the 13 TEMA also drops below the 21 TEMA, lining up the TEMA in a clear bearish sequence. Next, We check that the ADX is above 35, showing a strong trend, and the CMO is below 0, confirming bearish momentum. Once all of these are in place, we enter the short trade on the next candle. For risk management, we place the stop loss above the signal candle, plus 2.5 times the ATR. Take profit is set at a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio. When the price closes below the target, we exit the trade and take the profit. Now that you understand the strategy, let's jump into the optimization phase using Freqtrade, a free open-source crypto trading bot built with Python. If you want to learn more, check out the full Freqtrade course linked in the description. We're testing on the 1-hour time frame, and to avoid overfitting, we'll split our data. 8 months of in-sample data for tuning, 4 months of out-of-sample data for testing real-world performance. We'll focus on tuning the most important settings, TEMA rolling window. Since crossover signals don't always happen at the same time, this defines how long the setup stays valid. ADX threshold helps us filter for strong trends only. ATR multiplier and risk ratio, used to calculate stop loss and take profit levels effectively, balancing risk and reward. We'll use Freqtrade's HyperOpt tool to find the best combination for max profit with low drawdown. Once that's done, we'll run a backtest and see how the optimized strategy performs. All right, let's take a closer look at the backtesting results. The backtest was run on APT perpetual futures using a 1-hour time frame, covering the past year with the optimized settings. Now, let's break down the results. The strategy returned a 329% total profit over the year. In comparison, the market itself dropped by 48% during the same period. The maximum drawdown was 14.69%, which means the strategy experienced some pullbacks. But overall, it managed risk well and remained profitable. Next, let's take a look at the visual summary of the results. This strategy was optimized using 8 months of in-sample data, then tested on 4 months of out-of-sample data. This helps ensure the strategy isn't just fitted to historical data, but can also adapt to new market conditions. If you'd like to download the Freqtrade strategy file, be sure to check out the link in the description below. I've also created a pair-optimized version, allowing you to trade multiple pairs in one setup, each with its own fine-tuned parameters for better performance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share it with your friends. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.